Hello guys, welcome back to Sun Crypto. In today's content, we're going to talk about Bitcoin, we're going to talk about FET, and we're going to talk about some other alt ready for some massive breakout over the next like a few months and so on, right? So we're just going to review FET BTC. We talked about FET BTC back then when cycle was just about like 200 sats, 150 sats. We said, it is a good level to be accumulating because we could potentially pump all the way up to 3,000 sats, right? So in our premium, we basically been accumulating right here, 200 to 150 range. And basically sucker, is looking to break above our first take profits at, 1250. We had some take profits right here, but I was, still saying, we can hold it all the way up to basically, 1250 and higher, all right? So looking pretty good. If you take a look at it from swing low to swing high, right there, it's about average $200 sats. You're looking at nearly over 500% gain. Okay, and we could potentially pump all the way up to 3,000 sats over the next like a few weeks and so on. So FET, it is still a good hold after take profits right there for us, right? So now let's go ahead and review the next one. It is going to be one BTC Harmony. So one BTC, it is pretty much similar to FET, similar setup. One BTC, FET, BTC, CELR, BTC, IOTX, BTC, they all got the same setup. That's why we basically been saying like to accumulate all the way down to like 18 sats, 15 sats right here. And you take a look at it, we hit our first take profits right there, 100 sats to 120, and we're looking for June prices up to basically 250 potentially over the next like a few weeks and so on. So one BTC, guys, doing extremely well. It is already 1000%, okay, from our lowest buy range right there. So we could potentially take it to the 230 to 250 range within the next like a few weeks and so on, right? So don't forget to hit the likes, right? If you enjoy the content, you're making profits off of these trade setups, make sure to hit the likes and join my public Telegram group, link in the description. You can also join public on Discord, right? Send public group on Discord, or join my premium group on Discord also, right? So so let's go ahead and review CELR next. So CELR BTC. So we've been bullish on this cycle also over the last few months right there at the very bottom, guys. We've been saying just accumulate the cycle all the way down to 15 sats, just like one BTC. Okay, so we could potentially break the 110 and could be looking for the 150. So we're pretty good on CELR, right? So already over 500% move since like January. Okay, since January. So CELR pretty bullish, all right? Let me take a look at the chart room once again. Hey, what's up, Linkspin? Thanks a lot for tuning in. Dr. Plays in the house. Dogecoin to the moon. Let's see. Doge has pumped a lot already. LS in the house. Thanks a lot for tuning in. So now let's go ahead and review the next potential FET, all right? It is called OAX. OAX BTC, been following it like since last year. Been following the sucker since last year, right? Right at just about like back in June, July, pumped all the way up to like 700 sats and even above 700 sats, pump all the way up to a June prices right there, and basically giving us another U-turn. You guys remember the type of a U-turn we talked about regarding CHR. So let's go ahead and take a look at CHR again. So CHR, that's exactly what we said back then when CHR was like at 70 sats, right? So what we said was like CHR is likely to give us a beautiful U-turn back to like 800, 900 sats, and could potentially even break above 800 sats, right? So we've been buying CHR right there already, 10 exit. If we go take a look at the OAX BTC, sucker is pretty Julish. I love the chart. Okay, we got multiple other setups just like OAX, but I just wanted to give you guys one example. Okay, and maybe later on in April we're gonna talk about other setups and all of that good stuff, right? But keep an eye on OAX, right? If you take a look at OAX on CoinMarketCap, not you, sucker, not you. It's ranked like number 647, so the ranking is very low. Market cap is pretty low, just about 25 million. Okay, you might be like, oh, that's just a pump and dump. But guys, keep in mind, when we talk about CHR in my premium group, when we picked CHR back then, CHR was like 15 million market cap, 15 million, and right now CHR is over like 200 million market cap, right? So something to keep in mind, right? So you take a look at the market cap right here. I like the pattern, beautiful bottom formation right here, very accumulative. Right now we already broke the 15 million resistance right here and retested it. We could be breaking above the give or take, all right, 30 million market cap right here. Okay, 26 to 30 million market cap. That's the resistance we're facing right now. And if you take a look at the chart, you can clearly see price action is looking to break above the 100 EMA on a 3-day basis. Okay, so you could say your 3-day 100 EMA is basically your your market cap. Basically resistance is right here. So if we can break this resistance at 600 sats, we could potentially see some nice run up. I don't think it is going to be a pump and dump. It could be a nice run up just like FET. Okay, beautiful setup like that. Okay, and we could surprisingly see a potential also pump like CHR, where we're gonna get the the big gains in less than 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and all of that good stuff, right? But let's see what we're gonna get, right? So now let's go ahead and take a look at BTC. So Bitcoin is back above 60K. So not surprised at all regarding BTC breaking 60K. As we said recently, we've been pretty bullish, and as long as price action on the lower degree, we're above the 6-hour 21 EMA, we could say, hey, let's just stay positive and just try to follow the trend line right here, as long as we're above the trend line. So short-term resistance, right? We don't have any resistance, but short-term support right there, just about the 6-hour 21 EMA, just about 57K. Okay, over the next like a few weeks and so on, if we drop down, we could be potentially looking for support right here also, right? Just about 50K, right? But the higher time frame, if you take a look at the higher time frame, sucker is not calling for any drops, right? Let's take a look at the weekly. So you take a look at the weekly time frame, we close above resistance, right? That's what we said couple days ago. We said we just needed to wait for the weekly time frame to close above 58. Okay, right here. So weekly time frame already closed above 58, so sucker is pretty bullish, so would not be messing like with any short position regarding BTC and all of that good stuff. Okay, alt going to be enjoying the ride to the upside. Most of these alt, they're pretty bullish versus BTC. So if BTC is going up and at the same time BTC dominance going down, it means, guys, alt going to be pumping a lot. Okay, alt going to be pumping a lot. So BTC is still looking pretty Julish. Okay, okay guys, we already talked about BTC. I'm just going to take a look at Ethereum, and I'm going to talk about some of your alt setup. Okay, if you have any requests, just let me know after I talk about after I finish talking about Ethereum. So Ethereum, it is not breaking above the 1950 resistance we talk about. So Ethereum 1971, actually not 1950 but 1971, right? We talked about the 1680 being the first resistance, right, last week, and 1780 after that, and then we got another resistance just about like a 1971. Okay, so we hit 1945, 1945, right, just about 1945. So let's see if like we're going to close above 1945 within the next 6-7 days. Okay, so weekly resistance for Ethereum close above 1971, give or take. All right, and we could be looking for some high prices, as we've been saying over the last few weeks and so on. Our next target for Ethereum, short-term target, is going to be 23 right here, right there, 2350. Okay, right there. That's going to be our next resistance for Ethereum based on a Fibonacci extension. All right, so we already talked about it and all of that good stuff. So let's see how Ethereum are going to be pushing to a 23, 24, right? The bearish setup we could get on Ethereum, it is like a potential retracement down to a 1400, 1500 range right there. That's the only potential bearish setup I can see on Ethereum. It is going to be a bullish setup, but short-term bearish. Okay, if you remember well, back in $700, not 700 sats, right, when Ethereum was at 700, right here, right there. Okay, Ethereum was 700. We were calling for what? We were calling for 944, 1033, and after that we were calling for 1333. So the structure we got back then was like a three-way move right here. Okay, that's the structure we got. We could get the same structure right now if we see any bearishness, right? So I'm not expecting a drop. However, if we do get one, we just have to deal with it, right? And basically accumulate again just about like 1400, take some long position right here, right, just to accumulate more Ethereum. But as of now, Ethereum, it is still a hold. Okay, it is still a hold. All right, guys, so we talked about Ethereum, we talked about BTC, we talked about one BTC, we talked about CELR, we talked about FET, and we also talked about OAX, right, OX, number 647 on CoinMarketCap, just about 25 million, could potentially be breaking out over the next like a few weeks and so on. So let me take a look at the chat room. Let's go. Hey, what's up, Ola? Thanks a lot for tuning in. Will Brown in the house, Linksfin in the house, thanks a lot for tuning in. Crit in the house. One chain, no, we haven't talked about one chain yet. We just started the live stream, right? MacArthur, let's talk about bullish. Always bullish on Sen. Thanks a lot, MacArthur. Gizmo in the house. Okay, so somebody asked about a FTM. Let's take a look at FTM. FTM already pumped a lot. We bought FTM back in when it was like 100 sats down to a 40 sats. So we already 20x on FTM. So FTM, what we talked about yesterday, we said just pay attention to your 2-day 21 EMA and 3-day 21 EMA right here. Okay, so could potentially find a support and another breakout to the upside to retest 50% to 0.618 pullback. That's the setup I would anticipate, right? But right now, it is just a hold. Okay, if you bought it anywhere around like 40 sats, 100 sats, I mean, you're still like 7x up, right? And sucker gave us a nice move to the upside, guys. Nice move to the upside. Okay. here. We got like, guys, over 30x. So sucker already pumped a lot, man. It pumped a lot. Okay, it pumped a lot for us, right? Let's go ahead and take a look at Litecoin. So Litecoin, I just gave you guys a an update regarding Litecoin, and on a macro scale, what we said regarding Litecoin is like on a 50-day cycle, we said Litecoin, it is still a hold, right? We got a beautiful double bottom right here on a macro scale at 22, low $20, and we got a big resistance at $100. We brought the resistance, next resistance level to keep an eye on. It is going to be right at 310, okay, based on closing basis, right? So I'm not sure if bull's gonna be strong enough to flip bullish right here, flip the candle bullish, right, and close above 310 before April 10th, right? That's going to be pretty juicy going into like the quarter two, right, going into Q2. Something to keep in mind, I've been saying it, Litecoin, since like Litecoin was $50, we up still, guys. We over like 3x, okay, 4x since like November when Litecoin was $50. That's when we were very bullish on Litecoin. So it's not doing bad, it is moving slow, but the most important thing is like it's not going down. Okay, the trend is up, the trend is not down. It doesn't matter how slow it goes up, right? So yeah, we already talked about one BTC ONE, not WAN, but ONE. So let's go ahead and take a look at Pundi. I mean, NPX. NPX, nothing to say regarding NPX. On the 50-day cycle, we sucker basically looking clean on the 50-day cycle. If you take a look at it on a lower degree, you might get too much noise, but looks pretty healthy. I don't see anything crazy right now. 3-week cycle looks pretty juicy. Okay, it is definitely a time to be taking some profits, right? So let's take a look at 7-day cycle. 7-day cycle looks pretty healthy, so I don't see anything crazy regarding Pundi X. Okay, so sucker is already over what, over 20x, right? So it is still a good hold, right? If it drops, we could anticipate a potential retracement down to the 21 EMA on 2-day basis, right? Volume is pretty low, selling volume is pretty low, so no need to worry at all. I think like bulls are pretty confident right now. Hey, what's up, Mitch, thanks a lot for tuning in. API Finance, APY, not API, APY. So I think somebody talked about it in my premium right here, and but sucker was already pumped a lot, so broke support right here. Looks like we at 0.618. So let's see how we're gonna be how we're gonna be defending the 0.618 pullback right here, just about like a 0093 range, 0085. Okay, what's my favorite crypto? I don't have favorite crypto. I like some crypto, but I don't have favorites. I just play the chart, man. That's all. It doesn't matter if the charts look good, right? I like it. That's it. Let's go ahead. what about DeFi versus dollar NO? I mean, I just trade versus BTC. That's easier for me, right? Hey, what's up, Crazy Young? RSR, it is still a good hold. It is. So RSR, I'm still bullish on RSR, right? It is still above accumulation range. You know, it could take time to break above this range. So it is just, moving in a range. Okay, our resistance level I was looking for was 170. Sucker hit all the way. Sucker hit like 169, 167. So we just need to break the 169, 170 sats range, and we could be going to the moon again. Okay, accumulation once again 60 to 70, right? So it is just moving in a range, so it is not extremely bullish so far, but once we break above this range, it could be moving very, very fast, right? So just have to hold tight. Ave. So AVUSD, we got a nice support at the 2-day 21, right, and 3-day 21. So it is still bullish. It has been going up a lot. Okay, a lot. Got another, potential target if we break this. If we get a breakout from this accumulation range, it can still retest like $300. If we get the breakout, we're gonna be looking for like a 700 to a 800 range. Okay, so we're assuming like we're still on an uptrend and no downtrend yet, as long as we're above the 21 EMA. So no downtrend yet. Once we break below the 21 EMA, we're gonna start looking for some potential support at 50% to 0.618, right? So, but it is not time yet to be looking for support at 50% pullback. So let's see, Ave. Talk about Ave. Let's talk about one again. ONE BTC, guys. Once again, man, we killed it in our premium. Talk about it when sucker was right here. We said it is time to keep grabbing this sucker, because once we break the August high, sucker gonna fly. Okay, it is definitely going to the moon. I'm not saying to go ahead and buy it. I'm not recommended to buy it right now, but it still got some juice. Okay, so if you bought it right here, you don't mind adding to your position right there for for some extra juice, right? So pretty easy setup. Okay, very easy setup. You could have you could basically could have anticipated the move like since like January. That's why I picked most of these coins back in like mid-January, late January for my February picks. CHR, FET, COIT, all of them. Okay, they pump like over 500% off. Okay, so CHZ was a pick back in August. It didn't do well till now, but we picked CHZ, right? Was a buy right here. Okay, we said to accumulate it at 100 sats. 150 to 100 sats. It dipped all the way down to like a 50 sat. It was still a hold. When I say a hold, it means like sucker could basically give you a big move. So you take a look at it from 50 sats, sucker pump all, man, look, I can't even see the candle anymore. look at it, guys. Look at it. Can't even see the candle anymore. 50 sats to 1500 sats, right? Even if you did not buy any at 50 sats and you got your nice average at 100 sats, you still 15x your 16x your money. But I wouldn't be buying right here. Once again, let it cool off, right? It is still a hold, because the bull market, we still got like plenty of time in this bull market, right? So IOTA BTC, so IOTA BTC, we said to reaccumulate right here, right? Just about like 1,000 sats. We broke both resistances at 1,700 and 2,000. Next resistance we need to break going to be like 3,500. That's going to be the toughest resistance for IOTA, okay? And after that, we're going to be looking for our 6,000, nearly 6,000 resistance. But you know, it is still a hold, okay? It is still a hold. All the way up to 6,000. CNS sucker mooning. Let's see CNS. I mean, CNS doesn't have enough. Sucker is not mooning, but it is pretty flat since like you know, November at 1 sats. It worth like giving a shot, right? So I wouldn't ignore it. I like this type of you know, accumulation right there below the 3-day 21. You know, once we start like breaking out, we could be going all the way up to 10 sats, right? 10 sats to you know, 11 sats. So that's a 10x right there already. So, but I don't know anything about the this project, right? So just be cautious. I'm not saying to go ahead and buy it. I'm just analyzing the chart, okay? You must be talking about CNS USD. Okay, so versus, if you take a look at it versus a dollar, it looks pretty nice, right? It looks pretty nice. Beautiful, you got a beautiful divergence right there. This type of move, it is always a divergence. So that's why I keep saying like sometimes I don't need my MACD. I just talk about my MACD to give you guys, you know, a better, you know, visual aspect of what's going on. But sometimes I really don't need my MACD because what I'm looking for, I'm pretty used to it. So I know exactly what, you know, I'm getting without even looking at my MACD. So that's a divergence right here. Beautiful move, beautiful breakout. Just suck it up. Next resistance 001. And the good news is like we just talked about CNS, right? CNS BTC. We just talked about CNS BTC, and what we said was like sucker is not doing anything. Okay, so basically all you're getting right now is like Bitcoin movement, right? So if sucker gonna be breaking out above like 10 sats, you're looking to 10x your CNS USD, right? Right? Makes sense? So you would be looking for like 0.05, okay? Which is almost right here, like August high, right? Right there. Right there. So it is still a good hold, right? It is still a good hold. Beautiful setup. Beautiful, beautiful setup. ICX BTC. So ICX BTC, beautiful setup. Also, double top, double bottom above the 100 EMA. So it is basically giving the bulls a second chance to reaccumulate right here. We talked about ICX when ICX was 1400 sats. We said ICX, you know, the reason why I was saying 1400 sats because I was using the January 2020 you know, support right there. Okay, as soon as we retested 1500 sats, 1400 sats, sucker pump all the way up to like 6,000. Right, so right now we just about like 3,000, and we talk about buying ICX at, you know, 1400 down to you know, even down to 1300, right? So it dipped all the way down to 1200, 1100, but it is just noise. So next move we could be anticipating over the next like a few months, it is going to be at 1200 sats, right? 12,000 sats, 12,000 sats to 11,000 sats, right? So let's move on to Sushi, Sasha. So Sushi, it is one of our best performer since like November also, guys, when it was 50 cents in our premium. That's when we started talking about Sushi, and it is doing extremely well. Okay, we had a target up at $8 to $7, and Sucker is still pumping above $20 right now. And we talked about Sushi was a buy right there. Okay, we said still take some right here, buy some right there, $1.50 to $1.50 to $2 range. So next level of resistance based on Fibonacci, it is going to be like nearly $40. Okay, $40. So let's go ahead and take a look at Tron. Tron BTC, I'm liking it. It is not moving. That's the good news. We could potentially get a U-turn over the next like a few weeks. So it is still moving sideways, right? So let's go ahead and take a look at XTZ. So Tezos still moving sideways, similar to Tron. Next resistance at 14,000. Okay, 14,000 sats. Hey, what's up, Phipps? Thanks a lot for tuning in. Yeah, I mean Tezos BTC. We just have to wait till Tezos BTC. We just have to wait till Tezos BTC pumps above the 3-day 21 right here for us to start like saying like we're gonna be pumping massively. But as long as we below the 3-day 21, we likely to see like some selling pressure. Okay, we have to start like trading above the 3-day 21. I'm bullish on it on the macro view, but lower degree we still have to basically get the job done. Okay, maybe like next month, right, April, within the next two weeks we can try to break above like 8,000 sats again, right? But the range of 6,000 to 8,000 is very accumulative. Okay, so no need to be selling right here. I'm not selling Tezos right here. Okay, it doesn't mean I'm not gonna buy anything else, but I'm not selling my Tezos, right? So hey, what's up, Funny? So if you're new to our content now, don't forget to hit the likes, right? And do not forget to subscribe if you haven't done so, right? So make sure to hit the sub, hit the notification, right? And make sure it is blue, right? So go ahead and do all of that if you haven't done so, right? So let's go ahead and take a look at we need a cent coin. All right, get a cent coin. I'm gonna sell it cheap so I can accumulate it too. Get the bottom formation, wait for the price to pump above the 3-day 21, and I'm gonna tell you guys, this sucker is ready to move. ANKR. I like ANKR. I just didn't want to jump in. It is one of my favorite. It has one of my favorite setup, pretty much similar to One BTC and CELR and all of that good stuff. I got other setup pretty much similar to ANKR. So double tap right here, it is likely to break the range right here if we get higher volume along the upside. Along the move to the upside, we didn't get any sell volume, so it is pretty healthy. Okay, it's not a pump and dump, so I like it. Okay, but we do, since like we do not have any price history above resistance right here, we could be anticipating a 1-to-1 extension gonna take us right at 166, and once we break 166, 1.618 extension gonna be almost around like 250. Okay, pretty much similar to FET, right? So I liked it. back then when I take a look at the chart, somebody asked in our premium group, and I was like, sucker gonna moon. Okay, it is gonna moon, but we just didn't buy any because we already had a I didn't have a setup because we already had like a FET, 1 BTC, CELR, IOTX, so didn't want to add a new setup. Thanks a lot, Funi. Funi. Yeah, I mean, sometimes you, I'm not telling you to go ahead and rotate, but sometimes you gotta rotate. You know, some people like to rotate. For instance, they bought ANKR at 20 sats. Right now, it is like above 100 sats, right? You know, they 5-6x. They take the initial investment or profits, and they go ahead and take a look at another coin like OAX, right? They're gonna be like, OAX is likely to moon, right? So you'll be like, okay, OAX got a potential 10x move, right? So let me just buy some OAX at the very bottom right here. Price action is above the 21 EMA. You take a look at MACD, is a sleeping giant right here. Okay, beautiful. Price action is above the histogram. You'll be like, okay, I'm just gonna give it a shot because sucker could pump all the way up to 5,000. Okay, but main resistance is going to be like 2,000, 1,500 to 2,000. Okay, so KNC, I'm liking KNC. I'm thinking about getting some KNC, but I'm hoping like sucker can dump first. So I like the chart. Okay, I'm loving it. I'm loving the chart right now. I just can't grab it because I got so many setups, but I love the chart. So hopefully we can get sucker can dump all the way down to like a 1,500. Okay, so that way we're gonna be looking for our U-turn. Okay, say this area is known for the bears, right? So but it is basically still a hold. It is not a sell. Okay, it is not a sell. Yeah, I was waiting for the 1,500 sats. It never basically dropped down to 1,500 sats. But let's see. Okay, if we get a massive sell-off within the next few days, we could see a wick to the downside and all of that good stuff, and that could potentially come from the reversal. But the pattern is beautiful. Okay, if you take a look at ANKR, we just talked about ANKR. It is the same exact pattern, same exact thing. Okay, same exact thing, right? And you guys asking me this sucker like randomly. This is live, guys. I'm telling you, KNC gonna pump. It is just a matter of time, right? XEM got a big dump. Hola, Hank Duster in the house. So this sucker, you gotta give it a few more days to recover, right? It dumped hard. Okay, it dumped hard. So we just gotta give it like a few more days to recover. But the good news is like it is back down to a support area 600 to 400 sats. So still a good buy, still a good hold. The bad news is like if you bought it at 1,400, right? You down on your BTC like almost, guys, over 50%, right? So or nearly 60%. So if you put 1 BTC on this sucker right now, you're just holding like 0.4 BTC, right? But it's gonna pick up. Okay, it's gonna pick up. Okay, hey, what's up, Jude Moonboy? I thought you're only holding an XRP, so you picking up some of my coins, right? I'm just messing with you, but yeah, I mean in our if you're in our premium and you already bought some of our March and basically Q2 picks, most of them they're already up 50%, and I just updated those coins like on the 12th, right? So vet starting to mumble. Let's see, vet. I mean, if you're trading vet on a day-to-day basis, it's gonna drive you crazy because when this sucker starts to a pump, right, you just, I mean, you're gonna be pissed because you already tried to day trade it and then lost most of your vet, right? So the thing is with vet, I'm telling you guys, listen carefully right here, not financial advice, right? But vet, right, and ICX, if you can, not ICX, but Tron, TRX, if you can alternate vet and Tron, you're gonna make a lot of sats. The reason for that is like vet is at 100 sats, right? And sucker is likely to pump above 300 to 500 sats. And if ICX is going to be not ICX but Tron, it is still going to be at 100 sats, right? You can, you know, transfer, right, all those sats into Tron at 100 sats. That's why I'm saying, like, I'm loving Tron being at 100 sats, because I got multiple setups right now at 100 sats, and you're looking for like 1,000 sats, just like FET. You see, FET, we bought it at 200 sats, 150 sats. Right now, it is at where? 1,100 sats, and we could pump all the way up to 1,500 sats. That's massive gains, right? So I can just go back, right, and buy the same amount of sats, right? I'll start it with more BTCs. You see what I'm saying? So basically, you buy FET at 200 sats, you sell at 2,000 sats, and you go back and buy, you know, Tron at 100 sats. You see what I'm saying? So you're basically gonna 100x your BTC by 2 trades. Okay, you 10x your FET, and then you take that 10x, you use Tron to 10x it, 10 times 10, 10 times 10, you got your 100x, right? So pretty easy. No need to do do like excessive leveraging and all of that good stuff, right? Let's go ahead and take a look at BNB. BNB, it is still consolidating. So BNB, when we talk about it back then, sucker was right here in our premium, guys, right there. That's when we said it's time for BNB to moon, first week of January. Okay, most people could not wait, right, when BNB was pushing to the upside right here. Okay, similar to Kusama, right? Kusama, same setup. We got all those setups in my premium, guys. We bought BNB at the very bottom, guys. Okay, so at $50, I was telling my premium, my premium members, if you sell, you know, BNB at $50, you're on your own. Okay, because we got target up to like 245 to 275. Okay, so right now it could basically retrace all the way down to 250,000 sats. So it could lose some BTC value, right, over the next like a few days. I mean, yeah, VET is breaking out, but it is still a hold, man. Even if it dumps, I wouldn't be selling VETs anywhere around like, you know, 100 sats, because we started buying like at 50 sats. So it hasn't done anything for us. It hasn't 10x yet. It has to go to 500 sats to 10x for us, right? Let's go ahead and take a look at BAT. BTC, I like the chart, right? Already hit our take profits right here. We got another target right there. The problem is like, are we gonna get another pullback right here, right, before doing this, or we just gonna ignore the retracement and pump to the upside? Either way you look at it, sucker is bullish. It is still a hold. If it dips down again right here, it is still a good hold, right? You know, support right there now. So let's go ahead and take a look at storage. So some of you guys remember storage, right? Storage, Algo, you know, AGI, Loom, because most of you guys been following me back then right here. Okay, what I said regarding storage, same story. Bank, storage, it is still a good hold. Okay, I'm loving the chart right now. Okay, I'm loving the chart. Whenever you see this parabolic move, okay, to the downside, just know you're gonna get another parabolic move to the upside. You just don't know when. Okay, the big question is like when, but you know, a parabolic move to the downside, you're gonna get another similar parabolic move to the upside. So storage, it is still a good hold. Okay, I got some crazy target to the upside, right? But let's see. Okay, all the way up to like 8,000 and so on. I'll go BTC. So Algo is back to a support right here. At the same time, you got a parabolic move from Algo since like October, downside, beautiful divergence right here. You know, big breakout. Seems like you got a bad news right here. Okay, stop the pump, but just know sucker gonna be pumping. Okay, I'm bullish on Algo, right? Sometimes you just want these suckers to dump because you know the potential, you know, the potential they have, right? So you just want them to dump so you can grab more. But Algo is still pretty bullish. Let's go ahead and take a look at if you like the content, guys, you know what to do, right? One thing, I mean, you got multiple things to do, right? The first thing is like hit the likes, right? The second thing you got to do, right, is like you sub. And the third thing you got to do is just make sure you get the, you know, you hit the notification so you can get you know, all my short video updates, you know, BTC, you know, some of these alt, I got multiple alts, guys. I got so many setups, but you guys got to keep hitting the likes and let it, you know, making sure to comment, making sure to make some comments, right, in my videos, so I know exactly, guys, what you're looking for and all of that good stuff, so I can talk about those coins, right? So make sure to make a you know to make some comments in my videos so I can talk about those coins during my live stream, right? So another coin I'm very bullish on is like a band BTC. The reason why I'm bullish on band BTC, the structure right here, it reminds me of ADA BTC. Right here, okay, before the big breakout when ADA was like, I think 800 sats, 900 sats, right? And sucker, you know, started to break out above like 900, 1000. We said we just have to suck it up and it could potentially pump all the way up to 3000, and that's exactly what we got. If you take a look at a band right here, if I clean up the chart, you can see like the move right here could be very misleading. Okay, it could, you could say it is a continuation pattern, yes, but most of the time you can get, you know, the three, you know, the three legs right here, and then you're gonna get the move to the upside. So let's see if we're gonna find any support before dropping back down to like a 17,000. Okay, so but I'm bullish on it for a retest of August high right here. Okay, and once again, the potential bearish setup is definitely a parabolic move to the downside and a U-turn. Okay, but if you're holding it for, you know, for the next like a few months, it is still a good hold, right? It is still a good hold. But I'm just gonna go with the bullish setup and not expecting any drop, right? Let's go ahead and take a look at the chat room again. Tether, somebody mentioned about Tether. Tether has been pumping a lot, guys. So that sucker doesn't want to take a break. So Tether kind of look like a not V-chain, but a chain link. So no sign of reversal. It is still a hold. You know, I remember trying to short this sucker like back then, you know, right here, 40 cents, 50 cents, thinking like we're gonna drop lower. Sucker started to reverse. I'm like, man, bye-bye. Okay, so that's the last time I really started you know, that's the last time I traded this sucker right here. Okay, that's the last time I started trading, but it is still bullish. Okay, it is still bullish at $7, already 10x since like November, which is like the current trend. Most alt, they 10x, they already 10x since like November, first week of November. If you take a look at the trend for sushi, 10x, like over 10x since like the first week of November, right? Only Litecoin is not 10x yet. Okay, take a look at ADA. You take a look at BNB and many other alt. The bottom formation was started like back in October, November, really. Okay. RSR, we already talked about RSR. Hey, what's up, Phipps? Phipps, I think you know, is it the same Phipps in our premium? If you need any analysis, you can just let me know also in our premium group, so I can send you the chart and all of that. RSR. So RSR, we already talked about it. We said accumulation range, it is at a 60 to 70, and we just need to break our 170 sats and could be challenging the 250 resistance, right? So yeah, I think you asked about let me see. It's not name, it's not BET. You asked me about the coin the other day. I forgot to I was just thinking about it today. I almost sent it to you today, but I was doing something. I was pretty busy, and I forgot to write it down. It's okay. Oh, Zilliqa. You asked about Zilliqa BTC. Yep. So Zilliqa BTC, it is still a hold, right? The chart is very choppy, so it did not continue the downtrend. Remember Zilliqa, I think you joined in like a couple of months, last month or something like that, a couple of months ago. You did not basically see the initial setup for Zilliqa. We were waiting for Zilliqa to basically do this, get the parabolic move to the downside and retest the 40. But however, once we started like being very bullish at 100 sats and so on, we said it is time to hold. Okay, hold on to your Zilliqa, right? So we started buying right here back in April, right? Last year, April, May. That's when we started buying Zilliqa, and we said do not buy Zilliqa above like 240, 250. That was our take profits right here. Okay, and we said we're going to be buying back again, right? So right now we just need to break above our 378 resistance, and we're gonna be looking for our next upside target 700. Okay, so it is still a hold. If you're looking for like the next 3 months, 6 months, it is still a hold, right? Even 9 months, okay? So OMG, basically started the parabolic move last year. If you notice, while back in August, what OMG did was like, instead of dropping down right here, right, and following the rest of the market, sucker basically pumped right there. Okay, so the parabolic move we got from OMG, that's what the rest of the market is doing right now. The rest of the market is just doing it from the bottom. You see what I'm saying? So sometimes these alt, they're gonna give you the trend. You just don't know. But you might be saying, oh, OMG is going to the moon. But OMG, yes, it went to the moon, but it came back down on Earth. Okay, so it might wait till the rest of the market get the job done, and sucker gonna be pumping afterward. You see what I'm saying? So but it is at the very bottom. It is still a hold, right? It is still a hold. So if you notice, like most of our setups like FET, CELR, they started pumping right here. Okay, they started pumping right here, and right now they pumping above March, April 2019 highs. So that's why I like the OMG chart, because it already gave me the setups I'm looking for, which is like March, April resistance. And you know what happened back then? That's when BTC started to break out, right? First week of April 2019, that's when we started breaking out from like 4K area, and that's when alt started dumping. Since then, alt started, right, alt been dumping. So it is very important to understand what's going on. You can take any alt right now, even Qtum. Take a look at Qtum. Started dumping right there. Okay, so and hasn't retested yet the April 2019 prices. So you know, if you're holding Qtum, you're gonna just have to suck it up and wait for sucker to basically pump above right here, which is another 600%, 700% move. Okay, so Qtum still a good hold. I mean, BCH cannot take off right now, right? As long as BCH BTC is bearish. Okay, so as long as BCH BTC is bearish, Bitcoin Cash is not going to take off. Okay, yes, you can get those 10%, 15% gains, but if you're looking for those 10x, you're only going to get 10x. That's why I don't trade the USD pairs for the swing trades, because sometimes these alt like Bitcoin Cash is not bullish versus BTC, right? So why would I buy Bitcoin Cash instead of BTC? Do you see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? So if Bitcoin Cash cannot move faster than BTC, right? Why would I buy Bitcoin Cash instead of buying BTC? You see what I'm saying? So as long as we bearish versus BTC, the USD pair is going to be suffering. Okay, something to keep in mind. It doesn't mean it's never gonna pump, because these suckers, they crazy. You can wake up tomorrow and sucker just do something like this, bang, to the upside. It's nothing I can do, right? I'm not saying it won't happen. I'm not saying it will drop forever. All I'm saying is it is not following my proper strategy, which is like, you take a look at for instance, ANKR, right? ANKR BTC. You see, sucker pump above the 21 EMA right here, bang, right there. As soon as we pump above it, bang. So we need Bitcoin Cash to do the same thing, right? So we need a breakout right here, right? Consolidate, right? And then, you know, anything above the 21 EMA going to be a buy. So avoid buying like when these suckers basically not showing like any strengths. Oh, data. Oh, data. Broad in the house. Data, I'm very bullish on data. That's the type of setup you want to see. Okay, this type of U-turn. Okay, I think I'm pretty conservative with data, right? But it can definitely give us the U-turn back to 1,000. So it is still a good hold. Okay, I like the MACD right here. Price action above the 21 EMA. MACD double crossover. Whoa, take a look at the double crossover right here. And the double crossover, it is on a 2-day basis. It's not a hourly double crossover. So if we can break the 100 EMA, sucker gonna say goodbye. Okay, it's gonna say goodbye. Hollow chain, hollow. Let's take a look at hollow. So hollow, I think that's when I talked about it last time. I was saying like sucker could correct, but it is not even correcting. So it is just pumping, right? It probably corrected on the lower degree, right? Yeah, just did this small correction right here, right? And then bang. So it is still a good hold, right? It is still a good hold. It is still a good hold. So the correction was on the lower degree, right? So take a look at sucker from November lows right here, right? It already, you know, nearly like 2,000% gain, right? So the November lows are pretty much our, you know, our references, right? So we just have to keep an eye on our November lows and December lows, right? CRO. I know somebody was asking me about CRO last time, and we said sucker could break out. so it was still a hold. Now it is bull flagging. So that's what we said exactly, right? Look for a rejection right here at 400 sats. So price action above the 21 EMA. So it is making a good case of a potential breakout to the upside up to basically 600 sats, right? So so it is still a good hold. And Sucker basically has a big market cap, so it's not a CRO. It is a top 50 coin, so the market cap is pretty high. So it's pretty high for a 100% pump right here. Actually 250% pump. So KuCoin share, we already 10x in our premium group, right? Like actually 8x, right? KuCoin share. We sent the setup back in December, late December. It is bull flagging, so we sent the setup when Sucker was right here. I sent it like right here, actually, right there, okay, at the very bottom. I think December 17, right? Sucker dump all the way down, so very accumulated. So we said that's the next level of resistance. We hit our resistance already, right? So from the bottom right there, okay, pump like 500%, but versus BTC it pumped like over like 8x. I mean versus USD pump like over 10x, right? So if you take a look at it on the macro scale, so it looks pretty juicy, right? Looks pretty juicy. I like it. Any dips right now, it is going to be a buy. It could dip all the way down to like a 6,000 again. It is still going to be a buy because we got a target up to 50,000. Okay, a target up to 50,000. Oh, H bar. So if you're in our premium, you know H bar. We started buying at 2,000. H bar BTC. So it's about to hit our 200 actually right here. So it's about to hit our next upside target up to like 800 sats, right? So couple weeks ago right here when Sucker was like 200 sats, actually we started buying right here at the very bottom. Okay, that's when we sent H bar, because H bar I made it like an hour video, okay, an hour longer, and I made it in 1 hour video, right? Back in like early January, and H bar, IOTA, ICX, all of them, okay, they were they were included in that video, and I was saying like Sucker can basically do a great job over the next like a few weeks and so on, right? So next upside target 800 sats, right? I don't have any, I do have a target right there, 1300. So let's see. Let's see. Okay, let's see. And I just updated it like couple weeks ago when Sucker was at 200 sats, right? And we said we're gonna be looking for this move. I mean, what is looking really good, H bar. So you gotta be cautious, guys. Buying these tops, I try to give you guys most of my setups. I'll give you setups from the bottom, okay? I'm not giving you any setups like above like August high. I don't have any setups above August high, okay? Most of my setups are are like below like October lows and all of that good stuff, right? So be cautious buying H bar right now, okay? Yes, we do have a target right here, but can you basically can you basically wait if Sucker basically retests the 300 sats? You're gonna be panicking, you're gonna be selling, right? And Sucker could basically reverse. So no need to be FOMOing after a breakout. Yeah, we talked about KuCoin share already. BLZ. We already let's take a look at one chain. So one BTC, it is still a good hold. That's when we started saying buy one a couple of weeks ago, buy the dip. So for one, right now it is a buy. Okay, any dips right here, it is a buy. One definitely could try to go back up to the 12,000 sats, right here. Okay, so if you traded one chain back then, you know exactly what I'm talking about regarding one chain at 12,000, ICX 12,000, and all of that good stuff, right? So because I was trading one chain, I was trading one chain ICX right here. Okay, so hit the likes, right? Subscribe to the channel. Make sure to hit the notification, guys. If you haven't hit the notification yet, make sure to go ahead and do it, because for some reason most of my subscribers, they're not receiving a notification from my videos. So make sure to hit the notification and join my public Telegram group and my Discord public group, both links in the description, right? So I think we did a nice review today, right? For most of these alt, they're looking pretty juicy. As long as BTC can go up slowly or move in a range, we're most likely going to hit most of our targets. And and we're talking about like 5x 10x moves, not like 10% gains, right? Not even 50% gain. We're not worried about 50% gain, right? We're looking for those basically 10x moves, right? So DOT looks like it is ready for another breakout. So let's see what we're gonna get right here. It's been moving sideways over the last few days. So beautiful wedge pattern, could definitely break out to the upside, right? So DOT, it is still a good hold. Not time to be bearish on it yet. Yeah, versus BTC, very accumulative. Nothing crazy so far. It can still move sideways versus BTC. So if you're holding some BTC, right, and want to buy some DOT, you can still wait in BTC, not FOMO yet. Let's take a look at the chat room again. Go ahead and hit the subs, right? Make sure to sub and make sure to share the video also, right? If you basically find the content useful. I'm giving you guys some 5 10x moves. Okay, you only get these setups from Sun Crypto. No one else will give you these type of setups. So all right, guys, I'm just gonna keep it short. I think like we did well today. All right, we talked about a lot of coins, and we talked about a lot of moon analysis. So I think we're pretty good. The weekend was pretty boring for BTC, right? So go back to BTC. Yeah, I'm liking the low sell volume right here. Even though MAC did cross bearish, price action is still above the 21 EMA. So no need to panic right now. Okay, no need to panic. All right, guys, thanks a lot for watching, man.